What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Screen Kings. My name is Christian, and I am joined by Ashley today as we discuss our most anticipated films for 2026. Ashley, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm always excited to talk movies. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go through our top 4 or 5 that we're most looking forward to in the year of 2026. If you guys have any ones that maybe we mentioned or didn't mention that you want to see this year, let us know down in the comment section below. But Ashley, we'll start with you. You said you had 4, right? So let's start with your number 4 for
Yes.
2026.
Okay, so my number four anticipated movie, if I said that right, for 2026 this year is the Moana live action. So that's number
Interesting.
four. What's your number four?
Well, I don't have a particular order,
Oh,
but I have more than 4 on my list.
oh, okay.
I have 6. So how about this? I'm gonna share at 2 at a time and then go into the 4, okay?
Okay.
So I think one that I want to mention that is a little bit of a dark horse, but something about it just really fascinates me, and I think it's the teaser trailer, but it's Devil Wears Prada 2. I
Okay.
think the first one is a good film. It's not one of my favorites, but there's something about the teaser trailer that I keep seeing in the theater for Devil Wears Prada 2 that has me really interested. So that's like a dark horse, something I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Another dark horse I want to mention is Obsession. That's that film by Blumhouse when he
Yeah.
makes that call in the trailer. That
With
looks
the
pretty
wish.
interesting.
Yeah.
But like I was telling you before, sometimes horror movies, their teaser trailers are really good and they leave you wanting to know more, but then they show a full trailer and it kind of ruins the surprise of everything, or
Yeah.
it's not as good as you would have expected. So hopefully that's not the case with Obsession. And then yeah, I guess for my number 4, I'm gonna say Dune Part 3. I love the
Okay.
first Dune and the second Dune. They were like in my top 5 the years they came out. Big Dune fan. So I'm excited for Dune Part 3.
Okay. I'm not. So I'm just kidding. And I say that because I think I'm not a fan of movies that start off slow, and I feel like Dune Part 1 is a movie where it's like it establishes everything. So to me, it was kind of slow, so I never really got into that whole like series.
Mhm.
So maybe I have to read the books. I don't know. But um yeah, so number 4 is the Moana live action. Number 3, which this one I'm just like it was more interesting than all the other ones I saw that were coming out. The Bride, I think that movie has, Christian Bale in it, and I keep forgetting her name, but she was also in Men, which was an A24 indie film, which was really good. I
Jesse
think
Buckley.
yeah, yeah, I think what interests me about that one so far is just the trailer. I think the whole concept of Frankenstein and all that and his bride, obviously. Number 2, this is kinda, like, weird, Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. That trailer looks awesome. That looks
Yes.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
love the games, like, when I was younger, Super Mario Galaxy have been, like, some of the top games. So I'm really excited to see how the animation is and how the movie, like, goes in general. And then my number 1 on my most anticipated is The Odyssey,
Mhm.
being made by Christopher Nolan. I feel like I have the book, and I keep telling myself before the movie comes out, I have to read the book again just to make sure I'm, like, familiar, which I think with the movie, I mean, I won't have any problems with knowing what's going on, but I'm really excited to see how he does everything. I'm excited to see the actors. We saw another trailer, I think I was gonna say earlier this year, but it was actually last year, that was really good. Really, really good.
Are you
So
talking
I'm
about the short clip that they showed before Avatar?
yeah, maybe it wasn't trailer, I don't know. I thought it was a trailer because it was a clip of the movie that they released. But yeah, that one. When they were, like, in
Okay.
the spoiler, if you haven't seen it, spoiler, if when they were in the, Trojan horse and they got
Oh,
into the
yeah.
city and yeah. So I'm really excited for that. So yeah, those are my top 4 most anticipated for the year.
That's a really good list. I didn't even think about Super Mario Brothers, but if I were expanding my list, maybe to a top 10, top 12, Super Mario Brothers would definitely be in there. And also, just to mention it, because I think it's going to be on everyone's radar, especially if it's good, is Avengers Doomsday. I'm
Yes.
not excited for it like I was for Infinity War and Endgame, just because I think the Marvel Universe has been a little bit inconsistent with where it's going. I know they've had some really quality movies, including Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts, Deadpool and
Mhm.
Wolverine recently, so that's not the problem. It's just that we don't really have a sense of direction like we did in the previous phases. So I think that's why I'm not as excited for Doomsday. But if it's good, it's gonna be bonkers. So,
Yeah.
like I said before, my number 4 was Dune Part 3. And then my number 3 is one you also mentioned is The Bride. Jessie Buckley, who was in Hamnet this year, she just won People's no, not People's, Critics' Choice Award for Best Actress, so hats off
Hamnet
to
was
her.
really good.
It also has Christian Bale. Yeah, Hamnet was great. And every time I see that trailer, I just get super excited to see it. I love the ending of the trailer when her head is in, like, that glass container thing.
Yeah.
I just really like the vibe that they're going for in the film, and those 2 actors together, I think are gonna be magnetic. Christian Bale, Jessie Buckley, phenomenal actors, and it almost gives me like a Harley Quinn Joker vibe to it,
Yeah.
but it's Frankenstein and, his wife. So I'm definitely
Mhm.
interested to see what they're gonna do with the story, and then just the aesthetic, what they do with the costumes and the world building. So The Bride would be number 3. Number 2 for me is gonna be excuse me, Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. I love all the Hunger Games films. I really enjoyed the last one about President Snow. My favorite one is Catching Fire. I wasn't always a fan of the Hunger Games. At first, they turned me off a bit because of the kid killing stuff, but as I've gotten older, I've actually really appreciated what the Hunger Games does. So I'm definitely excited about this. I think the trailer was really good. I like what they're doing with some of the characters and just how the games look a little different since I think it's the 50th anniversary of the
Yeah.
Hunger Games. We got Ray Fiennes as President Snow in it, my favorite actor of all time. So seeing him in this film, in this property, is just going to be incredible, playing one of the better villains we've seen on screen in President Snow. And then lastly, I would say, just like you, The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan is going to be an absolute treat. I loved Oppenheimer. I love a lot of his films, Interstellar. Um, oh, what's that one with Leo where they go to in the dreams?
Inception.
Inception
That was
is
such a
great.
good yes, that was such a good
Yes,
movie too.
he does phenomenal work. He's up there with Quentin Tarantino for me as one of the best directors of all time. Really love his work. So The Odyssey, we saw that like 7-minute clip that they showed.
Mhm.
It looks fantastic. It's got a bunch of actors in it. I love the Odyssey story that we read in either middle school or high school. I can't remember
Yeah.
which one, but it's definitely one of the staples, cornerstones of fantasy, I feel like, one of the earlier pieces. So I'm just really excited to see how Christopher Nolan adapts it to the screen and how he's going to do some of those more fantasy elements that we find in the story. So yeah, that is my most anticipated for 2026. So I'm super excited. Ashley, I guess any other ones that come to mind before we kind
Um,
of get off here for tonight?
no, not any that I can think of. I'm sure that as the year progresses and I see different trailers, I'd be like, "Oh, I really wanna see that," like I do every single year, but just based off the ones that I know that are coming out from trailers that I've already seen, like, those are the only ones that I can think of. I do wish that, like, Doomsday was on my most anticipated, but I feel like I've kind of not that I like, fell out of love with Marvel, but like you said, I feel like it's kinda just lost its, like, sparkle, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like it's just like, okay, like, another like, we'll see how it goes sort of thing. And then with Hunger Games, I never got into that series, so I feel like that's something that I will have to catch up on and hop on the bandwagon with, you know? Because I know that they just did one, but I didn't watch it or anything. So I don't really know, like, what the movies are about. And what else did you say? I'm trying to remember. Oh, Dune Part 3 already said something about that. So yeah.
You didn't like the first one, it was too slow in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it definitely takes its time building out the world, and the rules and the characters, which I actually appreciate about it, but I can definitely see
Yeah.
where it's a snooze fest for people that are not into that high concept sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, I think part of it too is, like, I'm very specific about the things that I watch and, read and things like that. Um, and I'm too impatient when it comes to movies and how they start. And so I'm the type of person that's like, and you know this, if a show is starting off slow, it's like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to watch it. Like Severance. Severance is a show that starts off really slow. And I wanted to get into it because people are like, it's so good. Like, even my mom was like, oh, I'm ready. They need to make another season. Um, but it just starts off
Or
too slow.
Ozark.
Ozark is another
Ozark
one
is
that, like,
great.
I know is really good, but it starts off slow. I need something that's like, what's that show we're watching right now? Our Friends and Neighbors,
Oh,
that,
that's
like,
a great show.
immediately went out the gate, and so it's like, it has my attention from the first 5 minutes, and I need that to be, like, every single movie, or else I'm not going to
The
be
Hook.
into it.
Need the Hook.
Exactly. But I
We'll get
think
to review that show once we finish it. We got 6
yes,
episodes
it's
left.
so good. Guys,
Sweet.
if you haven't seen it, it's on Apple TV. Please get a subscription if you can and watch it. It is so good. Or watch clips on YouTube or whatever. It is such a good
Jon
show.
Hamm is great in it.
Yes, we're only on episode 3. We're about to start episode 4 tonight, but it is so good. But yes. But really quick, to finish this thought, I think I really want to get into reading. So I feel like if I read the books, like if I read Dune, and I know Hunger Game is also a book series too.
Mhm.
So it's like if I read those, then I'm like, okay, then I'll watch the movies so maybe that would be my New Year's resolution is to read the books and then I can watch the movies and stuff and be excited about them.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. So, actually, we didn't have you on when we were talking about our favorite films of 2025. I'm
Yes.
wondering, what was your favorite film of last year?
My number 1?
Yeah.
Not Five Nights at Freddy's. Um Okay, so my number 1 movie from last year was actually The Long Walk.
Mm.
The Long Walk,
It's getting
yeah.
a lot of praise this year. It was a surprise. I think it came out
It
of
was. Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah, The Long Walk. Can I do my top 5?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, okay, so number 5, The Running Man.
Mhm.
I liked it more than I thought I would. Number
2
4,
Stephen
Hamnet.
Kings.
What'd you say?
Sorry to interrupt. 2 Stephen
No.
King
Yes.
adaptations in your top 5. That's crazy. We
Yeah,
love Stephen King.
we do love Stephen King. We're Stephen King fans. Um, Number 5, The Running Man with an 8 out of 10. Number 4, Hamnet with the 8.3 out of 10. Anyone who knows me knows that I love anything period pieces, and so I love Shakespeare as well. Um, so when we saw this trailer, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to see it." It was really good, very emotional. Definitely tug on my heartstrings, so I really like that movie. Number 3, Sinners with an 8.7 out of 10. This actually was my number 1 movie, and then I saw F1, which is my number 2 with a 9 out of 10, um, which I don't know why it scored so high. I don't know, I just really liked
You
it.
and
I
Jeremy love
can't
that movie.
yeah, I don't know, something about it is I think it's just the thrill of the racing and then also, the story of Brad Pitt's character, right?
Yeah.
It's Brad Pitt. I get him and
Yeah, it's Brad Pitt.
Leonardo DiCaprio, like, mixed up low key, but, his story and everything. And then number 1, like I said, was The Long Walk. That was another movie where I thought like, I, liked it more than I thought I would, um, especially the ending. I was, like, sobbing in the theater. I was like, "No." And I love movies. I'm not a crier when it comes to shows and movies like that, so if a movie does that to me, then I'm, like, all over it, so yes. Those are my top 5.
Hey, not a bad list, not a bad list at all.
Yeah.
Um, well, guys, we thank you for watching this video. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great seeing you as
Yeah.
always. Guys, let us know down in the comment section below what your most anticipated films of this new year 2026 are, and let us know if you agreed with any of our choices, or if you didn't agree, let us know down in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe. Until next time, enjoy your movies. Bye bye, guys.